so forth, whether it's on a planet or in space or all this kind of stuff and things. And then the idea would be for mining to be the next thing that we would basically go for straight after 3.0.
So when this patch 3.0 comes out, so right now original players of the game are used to spawning in Port Olisar if they are a good guy. If they've done some naughty things, then they'll spawn in Grim Hex. Will we be able to choose our spawn points in 3.0?
So, so 3.0 is the first. It's the first set of actually going for proper persistence. So in 3.0, your ships will persist, your items will persist, and also where you actually stopped will persist. So if I basically fly to a location and then I log out of that location, I will then reappear at that location, not at either Port Olisar and so forth. So basically, where you end up and where you're going to be, if you want to get back to another location, you don't have a ship, then you better get a ride with someone to take you back there. And then on the ship side as well, if you do damage to your ship, that damage will persist, so you need to get it fixed up and so forth. If you basically get your ship blown up, then you'll have to get another ship back through your insurance.
Right.
But also, once again, if you've gone and put lots of cool stuff in that ship, then the insurance really just gives you back the base model, so you have to go get that stuff again. So we want players to start being precious about what they have, because right now you have a ship, it blows up, you just get another one, and and the cycle returns. And some people go up and do silly things or just whatever. Whereas we've got to be, we won't get it to where there's a real reason to have your ship, and also you want to take care of your ship. So excuse me, if you're getting in trouble, you may actually think about getting out of there rather than sort of hanging around just to get blown up, because then it's easy to get a hold brand new ship quickly and so forth.
And how will that affect respawning? I mean, I know the big picture when the game comes.
You'll respawn if you die. You'll respawn in the last main location, which has a medical facility. Okay. That you were at.
Right.
So not the nearest, but the last one you were at.
Yes.
Okay.
You can set. The idea is you set a location. And you say, right, this is where I'm going to respawn, and so that will take you to the nearest one. You'll basically, and it should be the last one you're at for that. I think if, because you're telling them where you want to respawn. The only thing, there are one or two things that we're talking about in terms of the game side of that to make sure that people can't gamify that as well, in terms of I'm going to set this last location over here, but I'm halfway across the universe, but I can quickly get back there for that. So obviously,
so it's going to be a mix of trying to find somewhere near to where you are, but not necessarily
exactly. And if you're in a ship and you basically log out and you're in the middle of deep space, then basically the ship will then probably hang around for a few seconds to make sure you're not just logging out to get away from being destroyed. But then at that point you will then log back in that location. You'll be back in that ship in that exact aerospace when you log back in again.
Right. Awesome.
So but we obviously we know we're going to have a lot of work to do in terms of, as we get the systems working, people will find ways of let's say playing the system, let's say, rather than abusing, and then we'll have to work out ways to make it fair, so everyone having a good experience.
So we're talking about a real big implementation. 3.0, it's going to be huge.
It is bigger than, when we first talked about what we're going to do for 3.0, and then we actually got into what we've done and the technology behind it, it's been a huge undertaking. It's actually going to be the biggest. I think people will, we're looking. We really want to get into the hands of Evercati at first, and then to everybody else. But I think when people actually see exactly what's in there and all the systems, including the new Moby-Glass stuff, the mission, and loads of different things are in there, then people see just how big and how much stuff there is. I mean, like I said, just here, everyone here is just wandering around on one planet, just having fun. Right. We're going to have loads of different locations, things to do, and all that, and that sort of stuff and things.
Right. So following up on that, how is the netcoding coming along? Can we expect, we've been working with the 2.6 version for a long time, and we've heard a lot about the new netcoding coming into place. Can we expect, obviously, maybe not right from the start, but up to a certain point that we can expect a minimum amount of frame rate that we're dealing with?
Yeah. So what we've done is we have literally torn out everything that was there before because we had to, because it just didn't. It was never made to make anything of scale. And so what the network guys have been doing is basically rebuilding the literal fundamental sort of core sort of tech underneath the system. And so a lot of that core tech is now in. There's more to do, but actually a lot of the work that goes in isn't just the fact that they have to write the core tech in terms of how to efficiently pass the information to make sure that that stuff's being combined and then sent, and a lot of the things just to get like a lot better network speed performance, and in terms of obviously reducing the packet sizes. But it's also about if the guy's making sure but then what happens is the gameplay programmers then have to take that work, and then they have to go through all the gameplay systems and make sure the gameplay systems are calling these routines. So it's a huge effort, not just on the network side, but on because when we basically go, we make sure, okay, well now we've got this great new system for transporting it, but for whatever reason, the way we on the FPS team does some of the stuff doesn't work as efficiently with that. So then they go in and they basically go and put all these calls in to do it that way to basically get the to improve the performance. So I guess what I'm saying is, as we go through every system and then we basically move it over to the new stuff, then it gets more efficient and faster. So it's a process which happens over a period of time, and we've been doing that now for quite a few months. So people should notice with 3.0 a lot better latency stuff. I'm sure when we first go out there'll be bugs and stuff like that, but we will basically work through those, get the stuff going in, and it'll get a lot faster. And the other really important thing is all the work they've done is actually is the basis of the server transition stuff, which is what we need to really get a bunch of players in there.
Right.
So when we can have a server control anything from a room, if we want to have a load of people in that room, to a system, and then we can transfer people seamlessly from server to server, then all of a sudden we can put everybody in one game universe, because all we do is we just increase the amount of servers depending on how many people are in there. And then if there's a very popular room on a single planet, then we may just say, God, there's like 500 guys want to be in that room. All right, we'll have just one server that cares about that room, and when they walk out that room, they'll then pass it to another server, which is then controlling the road outside, and stuff like that, and so forth and things. So the idea, what we want to do is get everybody. We don't want to have, we'll see where we end up, but we really are working hard to have everybody plays in the same universe, so we don't have to have like different instances. But we'll see where we get to with it.
So, piggybacking off the question about the netcode, I remember not too long ago there was an ATV episode about how they were describing how they were planning to reimburse that. So right now there's a lot of data going between the player and the client, and that they're kind of shortening a lot of that data and then sending them out in bursts, where everybody's sending those bursts at the same time. Since we're talking about FPS, will that help to keep the servers cleaner as they run longer? Because one of the things that I personally noticed is that when you hop into a server, you can tell if it's been up for a while just due to the FPS. So will that help that system, help the FPS in there as well? That is due more to the fact that there's probably, typically there's probably like a slow memory leak. And what happens is the server, the longer the server's up, then it's more chance, then memory gets like corrupted, and then it causes problems and so forth and things. So what we do in that case is we're more trying to hunt down what those problems are for fixing that issue. But what they're talking about more is going to fix just because the problem is the server. So if you're the client, you only care about certain things like what's around you and so forth and things. So I don't care if there's a ship like the other side of the solar system. I only care what's around me, and so we can optimize the client to that. The server, unfortunately, has to care about it all, because it has to know what every single planet's doing, where they are. So it literally has to keep the whole. It doesn't actually have to render the world, but it has to keep the the sort of physics in the world, which is very expensive. And so what we are doing is spending a huge amount of time is getting that much more efficient and doing the stuff, because another reason why you have the problems where you see like some of the rubber banding and so forth is also due to the fact that the server speeds get very slow because they've got such a weight on them. And so if the client may be running at 30, 40, 50, 60 frames a second, but if the server's getting hammered, it's running at like sometimes 6 frames a second. And so at that point, it's only really getting so the update time, it may be fine on your side, but then by the time the information gets to you from what someone else is doing, because the server is just really struggling, it's not the information. So we spend a lot of time, in fact, with the 3.0 time, and it was great, really invest a lot of time on it to really get our server times back where they need to be. So now we've got the server running at 30 FPS, which makes a massive difference to how it will affect everybody else, because as you're saying, it will affect people's performance and what they see if the server's slow, because sometimes it stalls waiting for the next instruction from the server about what's going on, and that can cause problems on your end. So by lessening the data and sending it all in pulses at the same time, that is bettering the FPS for everybody, as well as allowing the servers to stay up longer for smoother periods of gameplay.
Yeah, we get the packet size down, and that sort of stuff, and that does help the latency. It helps a whole bunch of stuff, but also just having the server, being able to cope with the load is a major win.
So last year we saw for the first time a mission giver in was it Eckhart, Miles Eckhart? So in that, the player actually approached him and they spoke to him and they gave him the mission.
Yep.
In the game, as it's an MMO, it's a multiplayer game. How are you going to handle multiple people trying to go to the same quest giver? Is there an elaborate queuing system for that, or is it that only one person will be able to meet him in a locked room and the others have to address him with their mobi-glass, or?
We'll basically have, we'll have a sort of a queuing system in place where you basically, if there's a lot of people just happen to be going to the same guy in one go, then basically, whoever basically takes the empty seat next to him, or however that works and so forth, and things like that, we'll work on. Once again, we don't know what the load will be like, because obviously right now there's like one mission giver.
Right.
But obviously when we go out there, we're going to have lots of different people doing lots of different things, and so hopefully there won't be everybody going to one person at the same time.
Right.
But if that's the case, we'll have to work and look at that, and if what we think will work doesn't work, we'll just have to basically work out a new way of handling, like a massive queue of people.
So a queuing system in a way of instancing that specific scene?
No, we don't want to do that. It would be like we try and work out some way where, like, some people are in the room and so forth. It'll be like. So if you're, let's say, Eckhart's sitting there, then the way you would basically get in there is you'd basically click on the seat next to him, and if someone's sitting in that seat, then you can't click on the seat. If someone leaves, then the next person will then click on that seat. Now, obviously, it could mean someone who's been there an hour keeps on missing out on the click, but that's kind of, at the moment that's kind of the way it works, and obviously we'll then. Then we'll change it if we feel like it's just not working as well and so forth.
Will we be able to, and this is a really big one for me personally, will we be able to share missions with friends?
Yes.
Because that would be amazing, because that way you can get the one mission from Miles and then, get your buddy and then go together. Instead of like, Miles is like, all right, you're next, come on, okay, and he gives them the same story.
Yeah, I mean, with 3.0 you can, the other thing you can do is you can basically, when you're basically quantum driving, you can link to your friends as well, so they all quantum at the same time as you, all this kind of stuff as well. And also we're putting more work into allowing people to get in with their friends a lot easier.
Right.
So basically the idea is you will be able to now. The work's ongoing right now, so it will be in 3.0. But that's what we want to get. We're going for 3.0. But you'll be able to actually go in and have a much easier way of getting in with your friends, so you can play together in the center.
Right. So will we be looking at some sort of homesteading then at 3.0 at the beginning, like having a combination of actual hangars coming into the PU as well?
Well, yes. You have when the way it works now. You land your ship. You walk away, then your ship is then basically it's put away for you until you want it again, and so forth. So that's how we clear out the stuff. We also have air traffic control. So now you ask for landing, it'll point to where you're going to go land, and then you go land there. And then once you've walked away from the ship, it'll then basically it'll then remove it. You go do whatever you want to do and so forth, and then you can go like, oh, I want to go now and buy lots of commodities for my ship. You can go do all that kind of stuff and things like that. And then basically you put it into the ship, and then it'll reappear for you when you need to leave, and so forth.
Okay.
But we will be instancing your hangars, so it won't be 3.0, but we will have a situation where where you will be able to actually go like you have the hangar in that room now, but you will be able to go in there, and there'll be an instance of your hangar, and you can do your kind of stuff and things like that.
Right.
Okay, because that's actually tied into something I was going to ask in regards to the hangar. So once you have I know you mentioned that if you die somewhere out in space, you can pick the next medical place, that the last primary medical facility that you were at or somewhere close to that. I imagine so is that like a temporary kind of like a hangar situation to where you can park there if you, per se, get your ship blown up, so you go back to that station and you revive, can you then order your ship to be delivered there and then make adjustments to it before it arrives?
Yes, you can order your ship, but obviously this is where we go into the whole supply and demand thing. If you're flying around in Aurora, then they'll probably be able to get one to you pretty quickly. If you're flying around in Idris, then they don't just make those every 5 seconds. So they may say, oh well, you lost your Idris, so you've got another one on the way, but there may be there'll be a sort of time they'll take to get a new ship. And so I imagine a lot of players will probably have more than one ship because they'll want, oh well, okay, I'm waiting for this one to come back, I'll fly this one here and I'll do this kind of stuff, things like that. So it just depends what kind of ship you've got. The more expensive the ship, it's like, if you want to, for instance, you go buy a Ferrari, right, you're waiting like 12 months to get it, whereas if you're going to go buy a Ford, you can just walk onto the forecourt and buy it straight away.
Right. And that actually kind of ties into something that someone asked in the chat earlier. What are some of the costs and challenges of operating a capital ship like the Idris? So if you have something like an Idris, what as a player would you need to keep in mind if you were going to try to, say, take it out for a test drive?
That's an excellent question, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, number one, obviously, fuel's going to be a big part of that. I mean, we see the Idris as it's not a... It's a ship that you're going to have to fly with your friends or with your guild, whatever, your group or whatever you want to call it. So because it requires so many positions. Like one person can pilot it, that's fine, but that one person can't basically do all the weapons or the turrets need to be manned. If things go wrong, if power systems go down, there needs to be an engineer to fix those systems because they have the equivalent of sort of like all the ships have the equivalent of transport layers for how power gets to a place. And so everything. The great thing about the 2.0 system is you can just turn off. If you turn off the power, then it just turns out everything just goes black. It's off. You can see they're doing the ships right now. It just goes like the ships will actually drop, and if you see it, just go bang straight down because obviously the power's gone. And the same for the big capital ship. So. What you need to do is basically have people who are repairing the systems. If you get hit, then the way the power is transferred from, say, the power plant to, say, the shields is through basically a number of conduits which have basically fuses on them. And if the ship takes damage, the fuses get overloaded, those fuses blow. And then, so an engineer's job would be to reroute power to get the shields back online, or then even send someone to the physical location where that fuse box is, which is somewhere in the ship, which are placed all around the ship. Go there, get a new fuse, take it out, put a new one in to get the shields back online before you take more damage. So it's going to be really cooperative. I mean, I see people when they first get on their Idris will just be doing drills, before they even get into combat to try and get as good at doing this stuff as possible and things like that. It's like, but there's a lot of that, and that's why you have repairing. We have items, so we have people who go around and repair and do the stuff. There's the different systems. There's obviously not only is the weapon side, there's the shields. You've got the engines, you've got the stuff. We've got obviously we've also have we talked about the ability to also hack systems as well. So you need people who are defending against that kind of thing as well. All these kind of things.
So I had that kind of linked to one more thing that I was thinking when it comes to the player, when it comes to vehicles. A lot of people don't know about electronic access and that you can earn your rec through Arena Commander, Star Marine, and that sort of thing. Will there be a way in 3.0 for a player to rent a ship that they don't have access to, so they can kind of give it a test run for it or something?
Well, I mean, you'll be able to buy it using Alpha UE.
In 3.0?
Yeah, that's the idea. Is basically the idea is you can do stuff like that. You can't do any kind of stuff and things like that. So that's the whole idea is if you've obviously been good enough to support the game and obviously got a package and stuff like that, then you have the ship to fly. But also the idea is we're going to be earning as we go in, we're going to be earning money, so you can buy items for your ships. You can do stuff like that, and also and get the other stuff. Now, I have to say, so for 3.0, actually
waiting for you to finish your plan.
Yeah. So, but I actually think that's probably not going to make 3.0 now. It's more like 3.1. But the idea is everything else you can buy up, you can do all that kind of stuff.
Yes. So not the first major, but one of the further down the line, like closer to.
I just want to reconfirm that ship purchasing without the UEC, it's down the road. It's in the pipeline.
Will it still be a temporary thing?
Not 3.0.
Like compared to Rec, will it still be a temporary thing, or are we actually talking about buying it with Alpha UEC and having a persistent kind of thing going on?
What? Sorry, say again.
With the ships, DJ was talking about the Rec system. Will we have like some sort of an equal system in 3.0? And you said that it would be possible at a longer run to buy that with Alpha UEC, but will that still be like a temporary thing?
I am actually not sure about that right now. So I think right now we can only do it. You can only go Arena Commander, and I don't think we've transferred it over to 3.0.
Right.
But I'm not 100% positive on that one.
Yeah. Basically, it's a system that's still being explored and worked on. So you can expect to find a lot more about it in a future ATV when it comes time to cover the systems of 3.1.
So So you talked about players having to interact with each other because, again, Star Citizen is a multiplayer game, and the intention is to get people to come together and work together to be able to accomplish things. So when you were talking with DJ about capital ships and having people like run there to do this, do that, the other, I know there are many people who they favor a more, I suppose, single-player experience. Yet they as well own those larger ships. What is the intention for? I mean, how easy would it be for them to also operate those ships?
Well, we're going to have, obviously, we talked about we're going to have AI that you can hire to do that. So we'll definitely have that. But an AI is never going to be as good as another human player, you know, probably. I mean, they'll be able to do
maybe as good as Meyer.
But basically, but you know, so we can have them obviously man turrets for you, to do engineering tasks and so forth and things like that. So we will have that ability. So if someone really wanted to just have their Idris and and pilot it themselves and then have people do something, then we plan to have that. But that AI functionality for that kind of stuff won't be, it's not planned for 3.1. It's beyond that side of things.
Well, we literally have time for one more question for Aaron Roberts before we have to let him go. Okay, who's got it?
We can go with one of the questions that we already had. You mentioned a lot of some of the bigger things that are keeping you from, like, that are not going to be making it in 3.1 or that you're working on in 3.1, like one of the biggest blockers that you've had. So what is one of the things that you and your team have taken care of as far as pushing out 3.0? Like, what is the most impressive thing that you've seen that's been fixed?
One of the most impressive things we got working with it's unfortunately, but would be a bit of a spoiler, so I can't really talk about it. But you may find out in a few days' time.
Okay.
But in terms of really getting the 2.0 functionality for that kind of stuff is actually the biggest, is one of the biggest wins for us in terms of basically getting that interactivity going with the player and how all that sort of interacts. It affects so many different systems, and that's one of the big ones. And of course, I could go in for minutes on all the tech under the scenes that's been changing to make all the stuff work. And there's so much work that's gone in, and from everywhere, from from the multiplayer, from the render side to, we showed you some of the render texture stuff now we have and things like that. We've got some other cool tech and stuff like that we'd love to show off at some point.
Getting there. All right, Aaron, thank you so much for taking the time to come and do this. I know it's... thank you so much.
Well, that's great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
And Gamble, Meyer, DJ, you did a fantastic job. I love these are my favorite happy hours ever because I just get to sit here and relax and listen. I never get to do that. So thank you so much. Guys, we will be back at the top of the hour with more Star Citizen Alpha 3.0. Thanks. And we're back. Welcome to our final hour of our live from the Gamescom Showfloor 2017 broadcast. If you're just joining us, wow, you've missed a lot. We've had a lot of good Star Citizen Alpha gameplay going. We just finished a fantastic happy hour interview run by our fantastic community streamers with Aaron Roberts. Lots of good information going there. Before we get started in this last hour, a couple housekeeping items. The Gloria event, the big show, the annual presentation that we do each and every year, is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. UTC. So you can tune into that right here on this channel. We, of course, will be broadcasting a similar show like we're doing right now in the morning before them. Of course, we do have, if you are in the Cologne area, we do have a Bar Citizen event tonight at the Brauhaus Unnamen. That starts at 8 p.m. Local time. That's about 6 p.m. UTC. And one of the more common questions we've been getting is, what are the specs of the computers that we are all playing on right here? So we have got Meyer's computer here, all set to bring up. There you go. Bring that up there. So as you can see, we are playing on an Intel Core i7 7700 with 32 gigabytes of RAM, and of course a GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. These are the specs of the computer that we're running. We're also running on Intel SSDs, for if that matters, of course. Of course it does. It's great for loading times. Our games are loading, very, very quickly. All right. So close that up. Let's get back to game. We have got 1 hour left. What are we doing, guys?
Well, you wanted to point out that during this time, we stayed in that separate server. It didn't even crash once.
Yeah, the entire time. The entire time we were doing Aaron's interview, you just sat in the.
However, stay. Look at his oxygen. He has 1 minute left of oxygen.
Yeah.
Yep. You should run around a little bit.
You've just been sitting here.
You should just run. Run and just drive that
out. Hold on.
Don't do it.
We have this here.
Okay.
Let's find out what happens when you run out of oxygen. I don't want to sit here.
All right. So now it's 17 seconds left because I was running.
Now notice you had a minute 17 and then you started moving.
So that's kind of cool as well. As more stamina that you use, your oxygen level will deplete faster. So we're at 12 seconds.
Can you not run? There it
11.
is.
I can run. I can run. Yeah. There we go. What? Oh, 1 second. And no oxygen left, but I can hold my breath for a little while, so I'll just run it off.
Well, we were curious to see whether this mechanic was working in today's build, and it looks like not.
But it's nice to see that it's there. Everything but the kill command is there.
All right, so let's have a little railgun fun. Railgun's always a big hit. So let's put one of you with a railgun, and let's have both of you jump into a cutlass, and let's see if we can have a little fun with our
gun
guests here in the booth.
Just trying to run through the rubble.
And it works out well.
Yeah. Is that a gun there? Yes, it is.
All right, so Meyer has acquired the railgun.
That railgun.
It is a great gun. So I think you can carry 2 of them, actually.
Yeah, you can. You can pick up a second one and carry 2 railguns on your back. So you can dual wield. That will be awesome.
I think you can do that in the heavy armor. Can you do that in this armor?
We'll see.
I think you have to have the heavy. Yeah, see,
you got to have the heavy armor.
Yeah, you can only carry 2 in the heavy armor.
Well, check out my
The
footprint.
footprints.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so where is this gun anyway?
All right. Let's meet up at a cutlass.
Okay, at a cutlass.
Somebody's doing strafing runs on the starting area.
Yep.
All right, so there's Meyer. You guys have found each other.
Yep, and they're strafing us, actually.
Yeah, in a cutlass even.
Wait, they're doing what we were going to do to them. That's not fair.
They overheard us talking.
Yeah.
We were going to do that to you guys.
All right, so let's
because we don't have an available cutlass.
Yeah, so
because they're flying in it.
We might have to wait for a cycle, but we can do it with this thing again.
You and the cutlass.
We can do it with Ursa.
Yeah. We'll drive the Ursa, we'll look for a cutlass, and if we can't find one, well, I've got a gun anyway.
Oh, okay, this one's taken.
Oh.
Maybe not, maybe like, no, yep.
That's just a little of Disco Latino abusing his power.
I think he's trying to find out how to get into the seat.
Yeah, we're fighting for it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
Is he going to leave?
I don't know.
Putting that flashlight on when you sit down, though.
All right.
Salute.
All right. Samara, why don't you kneel down here?
Kneel down?
Yeah, get us a better view out the back.
All right. So
Let's see what kind of damage we can do out the back of an Ursa then.
There it is. Pull it out.
all right. We're out of the armistice zone. So here it is. I love how it like comes out. Okay. Anyway. So.
We got you. We got you, Noxus
All
over
right,
here.
Drive in
Go.
front of it.
Do it. Right? No. Your target is right in front of you.
Drive the other way.
Where's the Nox?
They were flying a little bit higher.
Okay.
I'll see if I can. Oh,
I don't see anything. I love the.
there's one here.
Okay.
We're in pursuit.
Okay. I'm not sure just how fast.
you
the
seen
Nox
somebody
is compared
shoot?
to it.
I don't know if we can reach him though.
Nah.
He's coming our way. He's coming our way.
Okay.
You see him?
Oh,
There he is.
We're back in the armistice zone.
Oh,
There
he
he
went
is.
back to the
Oh,
armistice
there's
zone.
two of them. And
There
we're
he
in
is.
the
There he is. He's right.
We're in the armistice zone. Armistice zone.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, we can get out of there. We're following another one.
Hello.
All right, weapons online.
All right. Oh man, there were two of them, man. I could have taken them out. Okay, one's chasing us now. Oh, a Gladius.
Take
Charger.
the glass out.
I hit him. I hit. Oh! He hit us back.
Got him.
Well, it was a noble effort.
Yeah. Well, don't bring a rover to a Gladius fight. That's for sure.
Yes. So I hate to break this to the Star Citizen community, but Gladius versus Ursa may not be a fair fight.
I love this sidearm. I have no idea what it is because I've never seen it before. I've never seen that kind of sidearm before. All right, so I'm going ground back here because I know that this is where the railgun spawns.
Look how slick the door is on the new Aurora.
We can do it from an Aurora as well.
We could. Let's do that. Is that you?
Yeah, that was me, but somebody took my Aurora, so. I mean,
Well, I mean, tough for him. Let's go get
You're not doing
it
very
back.
well with ship acquisition.
Yes. So we're going to demonstrate piracy right here, guys. Live on screen.
well, a little bit too late.
The speed, though.
Or not.
You're watching Sergeant Gamble and Meyer get punked by people who have never played the game before. Only on twitch.tv/Star Citizen.
Oh,
And we're switching.
That's what they get for punking us.
All right.
Switch.
And of course, this is the switchover. If you haven't been watching since the beginning of the show, we run the servers in 15-minute increments. That's what allows everybody who's been waiting in line to come in and filter in and start fresh. So everybody starts with all the same ships, all the same weapons available to them, and it's a mad dash to see who gets to the ship and the weapons first. So everybody is now loading in. Meyer and Gamble are attempting to load in. And it will be a race to see who can get to that railgun and that cutlass first.
Are you picking up the railgun?
I'll take the railgun.
Okay.
All right. Not everything has to be a race, because otherwise I'd win.
Unless it's a race to the dark side of the moon.
I am.
You lost that race.
Not
You
gonna.
have to let
You know
them win
what?
something.
While we're waiting, I want to watch that Ursa commercial again.
Yes.
Pay attention closely. Something cool in here.
Is it everything?
I'll point at it. Say it. Take it to us, right?
It's not booting.
I see.
All right, so you're Sergeant Gamble taking command of his Drake Cutlass.
All right, engaging those systems. So we're gonna wait for Meyer. He's gonna pick up a real gun.
Hey, why don't you give us a little? Why don't you fly around the area here? Give us a little tour of our tour of the spawn zone. We actually haven't shown the spawn zone that everybody's spawning in today.
So yeah,
So this is our little outpost on the surface of Daymar, where all of our players in our show floor are spawning today. You can see it's populated with a number of Ursa, a Cutlass, 2 Cutlasses, 2 Gladiuses, and a couple Nox.
And let's get some F's in the
And some
chat
Auroras.
for that.
Whoa! I'm sorry.
Wreckage of that caterpillar.
You
that's
broke
sitting
his
in the
wing
middle
off.
of
I broke
the
his
night.
wing though.
it just crumbled to the ground. So that's actually going to affect how he flies now.
Yes.
In a really big
Yes,
way.
we've just ruined this person's first impression of Star Citizen. Like, this ship flies like crap.
All right, I'm in.
Poor caterpillar.
All right, so where are you, man? Pick me up.
You got your railgun, Meyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And as always,
Right above.
Right
All
above you.
chat likes to remind
Oh,
some
oh,
people
getting
that
shot.
he has
Getting shot.
That
Oh,
Gladius
look
has
at
come
his
back.
here.
That Gladius is not happy with Sergeant Gamble.
They're probably upset because he still hasn't taken him.
Meyer, take him out.
Oh, I'm in the armistice zone. I'll run outside and see if I can help.
Do you have the railgun?
So
Well,
Yeah.
as long as you can land in the armistice zone. All right.
I'll put her down.
Well, luckily, you've been ready for that the whole time.
Gently. Ooh, whoa.
Oh.
Landing.
All right.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
Now you got to open the doors for Meyer.
I am opening the doors for Meyer.
Are they open?
No. They're there.
There's Meyer walking in,
Walking.
and we're getting shot. We're getting shot. I gotta get.
Whoa.
We're gonna- oh.
Go ahead and take off without him.
You were taking your time walking in, though. We were getting shot.
You said walking in, so I walked in.
I am getting shot.
All right. I spawned on the railgun, so I'll
Lowered expectations. All right, so Sergeant Gamble's flying around with his flap open. We've all been there, usually after 3 or 4 drinks.
Damn it, Jared.
All right. Railgun should be somewhere around here. There it is.
Meyer's acquiring the railgun. There we go.
Okay, I'm back where you left me. Is that you? No, it can't be. It's going too fast.
Nope,
That's
not me. I'm actually hovering over the spawn point.
That's a crash.
That is a Cutlass.
Oh,
Excited. Something's going on over there. Hey, where are you, Sergeant
there you
Gamble?
are. I see him. He was a bit closer than I thought.
There you go. Sergeant Gamble showing off that HOTAS strafe.
Straight back a bit. All right, that's perfect. Just down. Easy. Landing gear. Easy. I want to show up the landing gear actually.
It actually looks
there you go.
awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, you got somebody else jumping in.
That's cool.
Better take him out, Meyer. Get your gun out.
Ramps, my only weakness.
Oh, God.
My
All right,
only
I'll just
regret
wait here.
is that I have rabitis.
Okay,
There's more people
there's a
boarding.
rover coming in.
Ramps. Why did it have to be ramps? Okay, Sergeant
Getting too
Gamble's
old
got
for
a
these
party
ramps.
bus right
Look,
now.
he's just throwing people in his body. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I wish we were on the other camera.
Oh no, we saw it. We saw him flip him up from Gamble's camera.
Oh, okay, good.
Gamble just killed somebody with the ramp of his vehicle.
All right.
That was
Okay,
amazing.
let's try this
Right.
one more time.
Let's
Jump
go.
in.
We gotta go.
My only regret is that I have rabitis.
Maybe we should try it.
This Cutlass has the rootin' tootin'
No, I
wildest ramp in the West.
Maybe I should stop strafing down because I was strafing
I
down
don't
a
know.
lot.
I think
so.
it's just vibrating so violently.
Kill
Right.
power. Kill power.
Yeah.
was just in the presence of the
All right,
ramp and died.
I'll kill the power.
Yeah, kill the power. Kill the engine.
Ladies and
engine
gentlemen.
off. Engine off.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ Knight reporting from Stanton News.
There we go.
We're finding a massacre on the
Come
moon
on,
of
Meyer.
Mars.
I don't
Come
know.
on, Meyer.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
just
that's
vibrating
looking
so
good.
quickly.
Yes,
There we
Yeah,
go.
it was like wobbling around.
Meyer is safely aboard
For now.
for now. There's a dancing Gladius outside. Let's get out of here quickly.
All right.
All right. All right, Meyer. It's time for you to rain some hellfire down.
Will do. As soon as I get out of the armor system. I love this view so much.
Yeah,
All
get
right.
the railgun ready.
Yeah.
There you go. Do it.
Do it now. There we
Okay,
go.
this is awesome.
I feel like we need a good Vietnam War movie song.
Ooh, gotcha.
Is that a rover over there on the top left?
Is that a rover?
I don't know. That's a Cutlass Park. Let's take it out.
We're coming around to Cutlass right now.
All right.
Oh,
Arm assist, arm assist.
Go straight up, go straight up, straight
Yeah,
up.
straight up, 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 up.
You have to watch out going back to the armor system because there we go.
There you go. You can get above it.
Oh,
In the whip.
oh, this is it. No.
Get that rover instead. Got him.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Oh wow, he's done.
Yeah, he's nailed. I killed him.
No, I think you killed him. You got a good shot at Cutlass now. Oh, Armistice.
Yeah, arm assist. I killed him. I feel bad about that though.
No, don't.
No, don't feel it.
Don't feel bad at all. They just stood in an hour and a half to play. Good job, Mike.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
That Gladius is going back to its home planet.
My people need me.
So what is that? Is that a constellation down
Yeah,
there?
it looks like it.
Looks like Connie Wreckage.
It's an Aquila.
You mean Aquila?
It's pronounced Aquila.
It's pronounced
All right.
tequila.
How about we put in a stop
The
right
debate
here.
of the century.
It's no debate. There's the people that are right and there's the people that are wrong.
It's coming up on the left side, Mike.
On the left side. On the left side, you can see your. Okay, all right.
Oh, those legs, though.
It's just my legs.
It's just my legs. Nothing little drugs won't fix.
Wreck those legs.
All right. Where's the front? You coming down too?
No, I'm your getaway driver.
All right. Let's see. Let's go into this camera. We can go up, actually. We can actually see a bit more of what's going on here.
You're kicking up quite a lot of dust there, Gamble, with your Cutlass.
Yeah. I love the particle effects. They're ridiculous. Okay, I think that's the helm of it right there.
Yeah, the side hatch looked like it was open. Can you go in?
Can we?
Yeah, I think so. Or one more. Maybe not even there, but right around the corner. Yeah.
There it is.
Once more into the breach.
Oh,
There it
there's
is.
a Gladius trying to shoot us. We left again.
Oh, okay, there we go. I'm inside. All right, I don't think I found any treasure. Oh, can I make this jump? Okay, no, I can't. Where's my getaway?
Gamble has exited the Cutlass.
I thought you were meant to be my getaway driver, Gamble. What's going on? What gives? You're awfully quiet, my friend.
I am not quiet.
Do it, Meyer.
I'm gonna have to.
Do it.
I didn't want to have to do this.
Oh!
Rail.
Got him.
Real gun.
And now you are the getaway driver.
Look at me. What the? Who was shooting at him from there? That's weird.
Well,
Please,
killed
man.
you with the ramp of his vehicle about 4 times, right?
Yeah, I think he deserved it. Oh, and now we're
And
cycling.
switch room.
All
Switch,
right.
switch.
And of course, we are switching.
Change places.
Ah, so what else can we do? We've got 20 minutes left. No, 40 minutes left.
Right.
What can we do that we haven't done?
I don't think we've gone to all the outposts. We've gone to the Crusader one several times. but I don't think we saw the Ryari or the Shubin ones.
I don't
yet.
think you've been to- the closest.
Let's scout.
The closest
Right.
outpost
Each
has
one
been
of
skipped over.
Yeah, each one of you jump into a ship and let's scout.
Okay.
Let's go
see the
31
breadth.
then.
Huh?
Let's go with 31 then.
All right.
Let's see the breadth of this.
And for those of you that are out there watching and wondering why we're talking about the break, is because since we have so many people in line, there's only 15 minutes that they get to get hands on Star Citizen. So rather than letting somebody in that seat go on the other side of the planet in an Aurora and just sit there, they want to populate the area with people, weapons, so that way you see other players. So they're resetting once the people stand up to start the next group, and we're in the servers with them. So there's resetting to make sure that everybody gets the chance to play Star Citizen as it's supposed to be played with other people. And Brian Chambers.
Hey, Brian.
And Brian Chambers.
I got me a Brian Chambers. Brian. Hello, Brian. Hello, Brian. Brian. All right, so we're in the game.
Okay, so
What are your vehicles of choice, people?
I want to get myself. I love the rover so much. I love the rover.
Oh, come on, no.
I am gonna-
We've only got 15 minutes. We want to try to get as far around this
All
planet
right,
as we can.
I'll get a Nox. I'll get a Nox. I'll get a Nox.
You want to drive something?
One of you drive, one of you fly.
What about? Okay, so I'll drive. You fly. Oh, we never had that Gladius duel. I want to do the Gladius duel.
Well, right now, for this 15-minute shot,
All
let's
right.
go ahead and get our exploration on.
Okay,
Remember, we still got 2 more days here.
no worries. I'll fight you yet, Gamble.
Besides, you've savaged Gamble enough today.
Yeah, well, you got 2 more days, huh? Okay.
I'm trying to find a Nox. I think it might be that.
Gamble has got his Gladius. Gamble, take off and show us the. Let's fly towards the sun. We haven't done that.
Towards the sun.
Let's see all that Daymar has to offer here. Let's chase that sunrise. Meanwhile, Meyer's still. There he goes. Meyer's found himself one of the new Auroras.
Yeah, so I don't think we actually flown one of these today.
No?
I love this ship so much, actually. It's my favorite ship to fly. My favorite ship on the ground is the rover. To fly, it's this one. Newly minted by Mr. Elvin Batchelor. This ship is a really beautiful space brick. It's amazing.
All right, now how about this? You go away from the sun.
Away from the sun. Okay.
We'll see if we can't meet in the middle somewhere.
Okay.
That is going to be tough.
Yes. But so was an orbital release and catch, and we did that.
Yeah, that's true.
I just love the vibe of being able to fly through these trenches. I can't say it enough. It is a really, really cool experience.
Okay, so I've locked your target.
Yeah, you're going to put the sun at your back,
Yep.
Meyer. Now stay down along the ground, though. We want to see the terrain.
Okay. All right, so down towards the terrain.
Now,
So-
Jared, I know it was your birthday yesterday,
Yes.
but there is somebody here who wants to give you a gift.
What?
There's somebody here who wants to give you a gift.
Mom?
Right here to your right.
Mom?
I swear,
Oh.
Disco is like reverse Santa. People give him gifts all the time.
Hello. How are you? I'm sorry?
Yeah, I was in the Santa Monica 1 year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Now you're here.
Yeah.
What do you
I
got?
have a special present for you.
Okay.
This is a special T-shirt of our organization with your name.
Ah.
Nice.
So this is the Banshee organization. It's the Banshee organization, and it's been personalized.
Disco.
I guess I'm an
Lando.
honorary. Am I an honorary member of the Banshee organization? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'll put it on now.
Perfect.
There you go. There you go. It fits.
It fits perfect.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Have you played the game yet?
Okay.
Have you played yet? You're in line?
Yep.
Well, don't lose your place in line.
It's okay. See you. Bye.
Yeah.
You gotta get closer here.
Yeah, come over here. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. I look like one of the nuns from Monty Python.
I can't wait
The nuns
to
who
try
say me.
the demo.
right, man. Take it easy. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
That's awesome, actually. That looks really nice.
Oh, there you go. Bringing up the class once again. Don't I look like one of those? I look like one of those Monty Python characters that are lying in the muck in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Listen, strange women longing in ponds, distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. Supreme executive power derived from a mandate from the masses, not from some farcical aquatic ceremony. All right, so I'm going to say between the two routes, Gamble's route is a bit more picturesque.
I'd say so too. Yeah. I'm flying towards the evening. He's flying towards the sun.
Towards the flats.
Yeah. Like
Gamble's getting mountains.
So one of the reasons why I asked Aaron, no, I was saying Erwin. One of the reasons why I was asking Erwin about survival mechanics and fuel is that basically right now in the Aurora you can see that I have 59 units of fuel left. Eventually I'm going to end up in a bit of a situation here, and I'll either have to land or crash land.
Crash lands are fun.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
Yes. But this is a fantastic way to show off the scale of this thing.
Yeah.
So I like the canyons.
Towards the sun.
Where'd you find all those canyons from? I mean,
My canyons.
it's nothing but
It's a
flats
large.
here.
It's a large moon.
It's
Yeah.
my canyons.
My canyons.
My canyons.
And I'm just saying, if someone's got to give you a tour of Daymar, you going with Sergeant Gamble? You're going with Meyer.
That's hardly fair. Come on.
You going with Sergeant Gamble?
I vote Meyer.
You're going with Meyer.
That's hardly fair.
You kicked his ass all day.
Thank you, Xylo.
True.
Give Gamble one.
I'm saying it.
Wait. Oh, this is Gamble or Meyer?
This is Gamble.
Gamble.
Oh, sorry, Meyer.
Oh,
I'm road tripping with Gamble.
Are you rocking afterburners right now?
I am. I have to catch up with the speed.
How about you, Gamble?
Every once in a while. Depends on what I'm looking at. Maybe you want to take your time, enjoy the scenery a little bit.
But check out the interior of the ship, though. I love it so much. Like, I love being able to look around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once you, when you use like other devices like a head tracking and that kind of thing, and actually look around your ship, it's a really immersive feel.
Check out those joysticks.
Oh yeah, the double sticks, right?
Yeah, but it reminds me of the Black Mamba.
The Black Mamba.
Looks like a BKB.
Yeah, it does go with that.
I mean, not quite. I mean, maybe evocative.
Like,
I'm
similar to
I'm
it.
speaking purely as an observer. I have no idea.
Right.
That's just what it looks like.
So when
Well,
I
the
fly,
Black Mamba to me looks very similar to the Warthog flight stick.
Sure,
And I have a Warthog,
I
so
suppose
I
when
know.
you're looking for a functional flight stick, there's not a whole lot of iteration you can do on it.
Not really.
Yeah.
The design's pretty solid at this point.
so when I fly really close to the ground like this, the ship actually starts to rock, and I'm having to strafe upwards every now and then in order to not crash. It's actually quite unstable. Like I'm keeping it solid because I'm tapping like a roll every now and then.
Oh.
Just leave him up.
Okay.
Whoa,
Okay.
Gamble.
Okay.
What you doing, Gamble?
What you doing, Gamble? What is that?
Nothing. I'm good.
Where are you going, Meyer?
I thought I saw something. It might have been a mirage.
It was.
No, you never know. You never know. I could have found something.
Hey, we have sent 2 ships in opposite directions trying to circumvent at least half of this moon right now. And
I haven't, and I'm out of fuel. Landing gear. Whoa!
well,
I got out of fuel.
it's up to you now, Gamble.
To do what?
Go
I'm
around.
not completely sure I know what this mission is all about.
Good job. Good show.
I'm losing. Lost both wings.
What are wings?
All right. Let's put some F's in chat for Gamble's ship. He's going to have to respawn there. All right, Meyer, what you up to now?
I want to go to those those outposts over there because they're quite close and we haven't seen them yet, and they look really good.
Sure. Somehow that shirt was hotter to wear than my hat. That's like a real cotton is the fabric of our lives shirt. I was really keeping the heat in.
Touch the feel of cotton. The fabric of Disco's head.
It's driving really slow. I think it's because, one of the engines aren't on right now, but this is fine. This is fine.
Does the Ursa fit in the Cutlass? It does not.
It does not.
We tried earlier.
This much. I mean, if you were like free falling with the Ursa, let's say it fell out of out of a
maybe
constellation.
you can force it in a little bit.
Well, no,
know?
I think technically the bay is big enough to hold it. It's the opening.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
exactly.
ramp opening is not sized or shaped.
No.
For the Ursa.
All right, so what is this one over here? I think this one is Shubin. I don't think we've been at Shubin before. That's the mining company, isn't it?
Yes.
So again, you have to cycle the airlocks here in order to get inside. There's actually breathable atmosphere here. I mean, this may look huge, but it's still a moon, even though it has an atmosphere. And that atmosphere is not breathable. And in the future, like in release, you'll be able to actually see the actual oxygen content of the moon you're in, and know whether or not to remove your helmet, basically.
For those of you asking in chat why we have not seen the Constellation Kila or the Dragonfly, which are two of our ships coming to Star Citizen Alpha 3.0, it's because they still need just a little more tender loving care before they can be flight ready and able. We had the Dragonfly in an earlier build on Monday, and it just wasn't handling very well. It was I mean, there's obviously glitches, plenty, but the Dragonfly was a little worse for the wear in the most recent patches. So we need somebody to take a look at that. It's all part of development. We are using the latest builds of 3.0. So everybody is focused on all the different 3.0 tasks, and as soon as somebody's ready to free up and go back and work on the Dragonfly, it'll be back in operating order.
So this is the Shubin Interstellar relief pod here. So this was like for the mining facility. It looks much different from the other Crusader facility as well. Although I'm sure they serve the same thing. It's a place for you to log out in 3.0 where you can have guaranteed oxygen, that kind of thing as well, because there is a huge degree of persistence intended with this next build. When you log out, you'll spawn right back where you are, soul your ship, that kind of thing as well. So you need something like this so that you can continue your play. You know, like.
Let me add some here. Somebody's saying, I thought the Dragonfly was done a month ago. Yes. A patch, Alpha 3.0, is a collection of 100 different complete individual systems. When you combine those complete, fully working, fully operational individual systems into a collective, that's where bugs occur. That's where you find out, oh, the Dragonfly worked fine until you put it into an environment that also has the NOx, the NOx physics requirements, that also has the item component requirements of a Cutlass. All kinds of interdependencies come online, and that's where bugs are created. So you end up fixing one thing, you fix one bug, you create two more. That's the whole process of burn down. Basically, it's you develop all of these individual pieces, and then you put them together, and now it's a matter of fixing and tinkering and tweaking and making them all play nice together.
What do you think this is, Gamble?
And for a long time, the Dragonfly was playing very nice, and then something got added into the patch a couple days ago, and now the Dragonfly is not doing so well.
I kind of don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like we have there's some sort of a pumping system next to where the prospectors spawn.
Right.
So it might have to do with right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Might have to do something with that.
Yeah, so again, I think Brian Chambers mentioned that there will be procedurally, like procedural outposts and stuff in the release game like this, and
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm authorized to tell you that this particular mining outpost is for salt. This is the salt mines of Dathomar, or Daymar, Dathomar. I went to Star Wars there.
Yeah. I was thinking of the Kylo Ren line the second you said it.
Actually, I went halfway between Dathomir and Star Wars and Daymar here.
So, what were the Ryari ones, DJ?
I thought that one was the.
Because these are all Shubin. These are
the Ryari may be the one that's on the mountain.
No, that's not Ryari. That's Crusader. Anyway, I'll take this thing.
Well,
I'll look for it.
I guess it's time to hunt for it.
Yeah, I'll scout for it.
For those of you asking if any ship sales are planned for Gamescom, we are in the midst of a ship sale right now. Currently, you have access to the Ursa Rover is available in the stores right now. The Miss Prospector is available in the stores right now, and the what's the other one from yesterday?
The ones from yesterday are the. I'll double check my Twitter. I don't
want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong. The Cutlass and the Cutlass, which is always available, and the Nox.
Yeah,
and the Nox. Those are all back in the store. In order to access the page, you do need access to these nifty little QR codes. They are freely available all over the internet. You check Reddit, you check Twitter, you check Spectrum. You'll see the QR codes. They will let you access the pages, and you can buy these ships for their introductory prices. These are the last time many of these ships, not all of them, but the last time many of these ships will be available at this price before being implemented into 3.0 and their prices going up. Of course, we have also announced a new concept ship that is going on sale Friday. That thread is in the announcement section up on Spectrum. It has 2 variants. You can find that information out now. And if you've been following our social media, you can probably figure out which ship it is. I'm not going to tell you exactly, but there are at least 600 reasons to own one.
So one of my favorite things about this ship, again, this is the Prospector. It's the what are the new ships being revealed, well, being released in this next patch. And what I love about it is its flight model. When well, I've only ever flown it on a planet before, or on a moon before, but its flight model here. It's not like the Gladius or anything like remotely aerodynamic, which it flies relatively well. Like, I'm not touching anything now. You can see it's listing to the side. It's doing all this kind of stuff. It requires a lot of hands-on movement to keep it stable and steady. Anyway, I'm gonna try landing it now. I'm gonna put the landing gear down and do this thing. Again, it's actually pretty precarious. You have to.
Yeah. Let's watch you from Gamble's perspective. How Gamble's been hiding. Can you see him there?
Is Gamble chasing me?
Gamble was hiding behind a rock.
Right. Landing gear wasn't down. There it is.
Yes.
Oh, stop listing! Oh God. Okay. I can't do. Whoa.
Good job.
All right, there we go.
Did that help? Like leaning to the side like this?
Yeah, it did actually. I'm alive, aren't I? Aren't I? Yeah, you can't land this ship in third person unless like you're some kind of like pro or something. All right, there we go, and landed. There we go.
Gamble, I think you forgot to turn your engine off.
Well, I'd rather leave it running because if I want to be fast and leave.
Yeah, quick exit.
Yeah, but your ship's not going to be there when you come back for it if you don't turn your engine off. I know, test pilots, right?
Test pilots, right. They can't even open doors. There we go. All right, so this is the last outpost. I think it's the last one. We've seen Crusader outposts. We've seen Shubin outposts. This is the Ryari Incorporated outpost, and well, this is like the science division, right? So like they're a science company, and so like they do things like hydroponics, and I believe that you'll be able to grow plants and stuff within a specific ship, right? The Misk Endeavor, right? They've mentioned
what?
That. What? All right, so I'm here with my bodyguard, Sergeant Gamble.
Yes.
We're inside.
Yes.
So what I like about this is that it looks completely different from in the interior from the other ones that we've been in so far.
Yep.
There you go.
Can we go through here? What's through here? So these are the labs.
All year.
All the greens.
Hydroponic.
I wonder what kind of missions and stuff would be in this kind of place here, like what would you have to do?
Metroid stuff, obviously.
Metroid stuff. I like the view from Gamble's thing. I like watching me like walk. The walking animations are ridiculous. This is more extensive than the other one. Ooh, what's that?
This is pretty big.
Yeah. Is that a potato?
Well, this is legal on Daymar now, as of last year's vote. So,
like, we're planned because like the fruit, the top is like fresh and the bottom is rotten.
The Kylo Ren fruit.
Well, that's it for today's broadcast.
What's that?
Oh, what? I got 20 minutes left?
Check it out.
Crap.
Check it out, Gamble. These blue ones.
Those are weird looking.
Yeah.
Delicious.
And then we have
and some watermelon.
Can you shoot the watermelons? No, not that one. This one here.
I can.
This one here.
You're watching CIG Cribs only on twitch.tv/StarCitizen.
Hey, yo, welcome, Crusader Industries. Welcome to my crib. My name is Roy Ari. And this is my hydroponics room right here.
I got my name over everything. My place so lit, I got my name on the walls.
All right, guys, we got 20 minutes.
All right, what should we do? I mean, do you want to do that duel?
We can do that duel.
I'm lost.
Follow me.
Follow me.
If you want to live.
It should be follow me if you want to die, because you're going to try to kill him, right? You're just underselling your own abilities.
I'm actually surprised that he's let him live this long. He got the shotgun. He's in the heavy armor.
Can you get back in there? Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we might have cheated that a little bit.
God.
Yep.
It's all right. Times. Whoa.
Oh, look, that's
Oh!
so. What's going on, Joel?
Hold on. Wait, wait.
That is pretty cool, though.
That is
With the
That is
lights.
awesome. That is awesome.
We have a space engineer in the building.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. That is really cool.
That is super
awesome.
and pretty hot.
Oh, I bet he's super warm in that dude. Like, I don't want to put another T-shirt on, let alone that gigantic spaceman suit. Can't do it.
So if you guys don't know who that is actually another broadcaster on Twitch called Socliv or Joel. He is doing a lot of Star Citizen as of late as well. And right now, he is the guy dressed in the red astronaut costume. Yes, that's so close.
Get sit down. No, get. Okay, Neil. Here, hold on. Look at this. Look at this side. There you go. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Switch it. Hey, hold on. Let me see your hand thing. Look at this. Hey, the camera's right there.
Oh,
just got this thing. Push the buttons. Push the buttons.
Is that his phone?
Look at that.
Does that handle the light?
Yep. He's got a control panel here. It turns on the things.
That is super sweet.
Look how much cooler than I am this guy is. What's your name? Say again? Zoclay? Zoclay. Zoclay. What's your name? The name is your All right. Well, thanks for coming by, man. Hey, be safe.
All right, so I can't find any gladiators. I think we're on the server that the other guys aren't. So do you want to do a prospector battle instead?
A prospector battle?
Yeah.
Okay, I can get with that.
All right, so I'm at the prospector landing pad right now.
That sounds interesting.
What a way to go out. In the show with a bang.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for you. Watching, judging. I wonder if I can, like, how much damage I can do per ship. How many ships?
Oh, let me walk away from it first.
All right, go.
There we go.
The Miss Prospector, one of the most dangerous combatants in the Star Citizen universe. I want to watch through one cockpit, another person entered. What? You got stuck in the Geo.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You okay now?
I'll fix it. There we go.
I'll wait for you up here.
Nope.
No. I think you're stuck.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll try and dislodge you.
It's probably because of the switch.
It might
I'll
be
just
because
open the door, see if that helps. There we go.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, because on our screen we showed that you were stuck in the door.
Yeah. Then he opened it. Now he's okay.
Yes. The Miss Prospector is armed with 2 size 2 laser pointers. They allow you to mark your target with ease.
All right. So as soon as we're out, the battle's on. So it's a race to exit the atmosphere. So we're gonna burn up and then burn back down and land. And it's a death battle too, so you can shoot at me if you want to.
I'm sorry. Come again?
So I'm gonna come back down.
Yeah.
So we'll start together.
We're gonna go up together.
It's a death battle race. So we'll race together. Let's go all the way back down. And it's the first to break through the atmosphere. So like so we can see the particle effects of exit.
Right.
And then coming back down into re-entry.
Okay.
And we can have a fight going both ways. So where are you right now? Are you with me?
Okay. I'm ready. Let's
All
go.
right. So 3, 2, 1, and then go. All right, and I think I put myself in a bad position already. So I'm gonna spin around.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
So what I'd love actually is a turret or something, so I could like shoot behind me.
Well, that would require any other ship.
Exactly. You can't get me, can you?
Well, every once in a while, it's kind of drifty. And there's a fly flying around here at the booth.
That's rude. How far away am I from you right now?
Don't watch my screen. You're cheating.
All right. I'm running out. Well, I think I'm going to be the first one to break through the atmosphere, so I'm going to just try to shoot you when I come back down. I'm telling you what I'm going to do right now, because I know you don't have a chance to win.
Did you already break through the atmosphere?
No.
Okay, I was, you know.
Let's get a 360 of that, Daniel.
All right, so I can turn around right away.
You have to wait for me, actually.
What? No.
All right.
Get out of here.
If Meyer ever challenges you to a competition where he gets to make up the rules,
it's weird
just
rules.
change the rules
On the fly. Constantly.
throughout the whole thing.
What if I... Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Can I get in trouble here? There you go.
And I would like to see you catch a guy that is falling to his death with a cutlass. All right?
Hey, hey.
No.
Try
no.
me.
Hey,
Try me.
I dare you. I dare you.
It's all right. Try me.
What are you doing?
I'm re-entering.
You're lying. You didn't even break through all the way.
I never said all the way.
I'm never gonna team up with my
Nope.
in 3.0.
Nope. This will be the last time these two are paired up here. Come on, where is this thrilling prospector combat you promised us?
Well, he's disappeared. I can't find him. The intention was to find him and like to fight with him on the way up, but
In prospectors.
well, yes,
You see the flaw in this plan.
I do now. Yes, but we didn't have any gladiators to fight with though.
All right, I'm touching down.
I would have laughed if you blew up touching down.
Yeah, well, I still would have won.
All right. So I think we need to like cycle servers if you want to try out different shit or something.
We've only got a couple minutes.
Right.
So let's go straight for the starting point.
Okay. Whoa! Come on, come on! There we go. Like I had to like strafe upwards like a lot to stop my ship from hitting the ground there.
Show them the hellfire that a prospector can rain down, Meyer.
Can do. Aye aye. Is that you? It is you.
Prospector attack.
All right, let's finish this duel. Oh, come on! Okay. Man. Uh-oh. There we go. So, it's not as easy as it looks, keeping this prospector up. Like 10 meters off the floor like that. Whoa, whoa.
I don't have any trouble keeping it up, though.
You're watching the last broadcast of Jared Disco Lando Huckabee. Had a good run.
Okay.
Until these two decided to do aerial combat and prospectors. It's the big finish to our Thursday broadcast.
I mean, that was close. I had to strafe back to stop myself from crashing into you.
Well, that about does it for our broadcast today, fine folks. Some housekeeping tips currently on sale. The Ursa Rover, the Mist Prospector, the Cutlass Black, and the Nox. They're available on robertspaceindustriescom. They are part of our special Ships of 3.0 promotion. Your last chance to get them at their introductory prices. The URLs are accessible by QR codes. You can find the QR codes or just the URLs freely available on social media, Twitter, Reddit, Spectrum. Just take a look around, you're going to find them. Of course, we will be back tomorrow for a full day of broadcasting. We are starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's 8 a.m. UTC, 2 hours earlier than we started today and yesterday. That's because we also go live that evening, live from the Gloria Theater, with our 5th annual Gamescom presentation 2017. That, of course, is hosted by Chris Roberts.
Just a quick. I shot Meyer, and now I'm taking his ship back to at least half his ship. I'm taking it back somewhere. I don't know where yet, but I harvested his ship with a prospector. I'm good for today. Thank you.
And I'll just be down here. Sad. Is that a rip in my shorts?
All right. So thanks for watching, everybody. Again, we'll be back. Same crew. Actually, we'll be back with the same crew. Special guest tomorrow, Eric Chiron Davis, senior producer and studio director of Cloud Imperium Games Los Angeles. He'll be joining us live via Skype So you tune in that and ask them all your burning questions. And of course, again, the Gloria event tomorrow night, 7 p.m. UTC, 9 p.m. local time here. That's the big Chris Roberts presentation you've all been waiting for and look forward to every year. So with that, I'm Community Content Manager Jared Huckabee. That's DJ Knight.
Hi.
That's, and those are,
Yeah.
I think the less we talk about those two right now, the better. Here, you guys say goodbye. Here's your camera. There's your camera. You say goodbye. I don't even want to do it.
We had a lot of fun
We did.
today.
We did.
We did a bunch of cool things, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Really excited to be here again tomorrow. So starting at 10 UTC, right?
Yes.
Right. No?
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's 8 UTC.
10.
No, it's 8 UTC.
Oh yeah,
That's 10 local.
Okay. So we're signing off right now. Thank you so much. My name is Sergeant Gamble, and right next to me is
Meyer_test.
And right behind both of them is DJ Knight. Hi.
Hello, DJ.
Oh, you're there as well.
Yeah,
You were-
I've
I
been
thought
leaning
you were
in.
teaming up with Jared. So.
I've been leaning in, like saluting, like throwing up the pinky.
And wishing he had nothing to do with any of them. Jared Huckabee. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Good night.
Later.